Fever is usually related to the stimulation of the body's immune response and is associated with the underlying inflammatory process. Fever is caused as a response to the pathogen invasion, making the body a less favorable host for replicating viruses and bacteria, which are sensitive to temperature. The hypothalamus at the base of the brain acts as the body's thermostat and gets triggered by the pyrogenic cytokines and prostaglandins, resulting in fever. Now let's delve deep into the pathogenesis of fever. During an infection, the immune cells come in contact with pathogen-associated molecular patterns, PAMPs, and damage-associated molecular patterns, DAMPs, and sense danger. This releases signals that trigger chloride influx and potassium efflux, activating a multi-protein complex called NLRP3 inflammasome. The activated NLRP3 inflammasome releases pyrogenic cytokine IL-1 beta. IL-1 beta acts at the site of infection and induces the synthesis of local prostaglandins and other cytokines as IL-6 and TNF-alpha, which gets released into the circulation. The bloodstream carries the pyrogenic cytokines to the brain, where they stimulate the synthesis of central prostaglandins through the activation of the cyclooxygenase enzyme. This is termed as the humoral pathway. Due to local inflammatory response, peripheral prostaglandin synthesis occurs due to the conversion of arachidonic acid through cyclooxygenase enzymes. These prostaglandins activate cutaneous nerve receptors, transmitting the fever signals to the brain. This is termed as the neuronal pathway. Prostaglandins in the brain act on the EP receptors in the hypothalamus and reset the thermal point to a higher level, producing fever. Antipyretics are usually prescribed to reduce fever and improve the patient's overall comfort. Mefenamic acid is well-established, safe antipyretic prescribed for 6 months and above age groups. Mefenamic acid effectively reduces fever by inhibiting all fever-producing pathways centrally and peripherally. Mefenamic acid inhibits prostaglandin synthesis by blocking cyclooxygenase enzyme. Mefenamic acid also inhibits prostaglandin receptors called EP receptors, thereby preventing the action of existing prostaglandins. Mefenamic acid inhibits NLRP3 inflammasome, thereby blocking the release of pyrogenic cytokines. Mefenamic acid is the unique and only antipyretic which inhibits NLRP3 inflammasome and EP receptors centrally and peripherally, hence providing a short relief. Brought to you by the makers of Meftan.